What's going on YouTube? County Gains back here again. So we got Bill Burr, one of the legends of comedy, talking about taking the old testosterone, guys. Taking the old testosterone, that D-ball, that Winstrol, that Tremboloni sandwiches, guys. You know what I mean? Him looking huge as hell here, guys. You know, that looks like Flex Wheeler or something, or Kai Green, or some juice monster, guys. Flexing on us, man. Maybe Nick Walker. Talking about the old roids, guys. So let's get straight to it, man. Bill Burr's a comedy king. Let's go.
What would you ever do if a doctor said to you, hey,
oh, he's talking with Burt Kreischer, is that his name? Or the other guy shows his stomach the whole time?
Yeah, I can increase your testosterone. Would you do it?
No, I don't do that. I would do the thing. I'm toying with the idea of doing the shoulder thing where they spin your blood, because
that's what I sell actually, guys. The stem cells. You know what I mean? You put them into your shoulder, knees, ankle, wrist. You know, if you have bad joints.
I'm really going slow with this thing with the look at my fucking shirt keeps cutting in and out here. Sorry. My with rotator cuff, the problem is the second you lift your arm, that's when it engages. It's that first like 30 degrees. So that's why like literally reaching for a salt shaker can set it back.
Ooh.
So, you know, I just graduated from a tuna can to a can of clams. That's a little bit heavier, laying on my side, going like this, and then fucking doing this.
Damn.
And then my goal, I just want to get back to, I have this 1 pound pink weight. It's pink, Bert.
Oh.
I got to that, and then what happened was I went, oh, I'm doing the 1 pound thing, 15 reps. Then I moved to 2 pounds.
So like he's like slowly moving up in weights. He hurt his shoulder. That's not good. Shoulder injuries suck, guys. Oh my god.
The light purple, the Prince weight, right? 2 pounder. But what I didn't realize is mathematically, I just increased the weight load by 100%.
Yeah.
It's like you're benching 100 pounds, now bench 200 pounds, except it's 1 pound to 2 pound. But with your rotator cuff, that's enough to set you back 6 fucking weeks. And you have to start all over again doing wall crawlers with your fucking hand. It's been, and for someone like me who has no fucking patience, brains, and whatever else that you need, it's like,
it's tough.
I mean, I would rather be back in fucking geometry class, to this day I completely don't understand.
I hate maths.
Hey, how did you hurt your rotator cuff in the first place?
Learning how to lift weights from friends in the 80s. And all it was benching, curling, doing these shoulder shrugs, and doing this. Never did your back. So up here was way stronger than back there. So it pulled my shoulder. A lot of guys, you'll see older guys, their shoulders are bowed in. Then my spine's a little curved, so it was up like that. So it's just inevitable it was going to get pinched.
Yeah.
And
true.
I bought this whole home gym.
You're always going to work on that rotator cuff, guys. If you guys do a lot of, or put your knee here and then work it like this, guys. If you guys work a lot of your chest, you guys do a lot of pushing motion all the time. You get good at it, guys. Like you get strong as hell doing the chest press. You're building up the pecs, the front delt, the triceps, everything. But you got to work that rear, guys. Do the rear delts, you know, on those machines, or dumbbell flies like that on the rear delts, guys. Make sure your rear delts are engaged all the time. You know, that's how you build up a great physique as well. So,
and I got it in my head 5 years ago. I'm gonna fucking be able to do the combine 225 again.
Hey.
Once in my life, I put up 225.
Yeah.
Total 80s mentality. Dude, that's when you got 245 plates on both sides.
Yeah, baby. I love
and then
that.
My buddy
I hit that when I was like 18, I think, which was a shit age to hit it. Nowadays, like you have 12-year-olds hitting 100, you know, crazy. Nowadays with the internet, guys, people are hitting crazy weights.
I lifted with,
that's nothing.
He liked the 3. He goes, when you get to 3, he's like, dude, he's like that when the bar starts to bend. That's when it starts to bend, right? We were in that mindset. So I went back to that.
If the bar ain't bending, you just pretending.
You know, like a lot of middle-aged guys do, where it's just like you're trying to, am I the guy who's going to defeat Father Time? So I got downstairs. I went into the garage. Had this whole killer, fucking gleaming, brand new weights.
Ooh.
And I took it off the rack. I don't even know. It was like 115 pounds. And I'd already fucked up my shoulder a little bit. I brought it down, and it felt like someone took a saw. It was just like, and I was just like, But I was in young guy mentality. I was like, well, do a couple more reps. Maybe that'll work itself out. And and I was like, what the fuck? And then I just stopped. And the next day I woke up and like I reached for a T-shirt and like the weight of the T-shirt in my hand, I was like, yeah. And I'd already fucked it up. And then sort of like just by just doing shit like this was able to work myself out. And then I really fucked it up. And then it took me like a year and a half to do that one, and I'm like a year, and then this one gave out, and I was and I didn't know how to rehab them, so I babied them, and then I got frozen shoulder.
Frozen shoulder is the fucking worst.
That's so. I've never got frozen shoulder before, but that I know it is the worst because I understand the pain.
Here's what you do to get out of it is what I did. Now don't fucking listen to me because I don't want to get sued. My daughter was at the park. We were on the swing set. And I finally realized that wasn't rotator cuff pain. That was just, it's all schmutzed up. So I just took this arm, I put it up with my other hand, and I just grabbed onto the top of the swing set. And then I just was slowly walking forward, just going, making noises. And everyone was looking at me.
Let me tell you guys how to fix that, man. I'm going to show you guys right here real quick. So if you guys don't want to get injured shoulders, man, because I want to do like fitness channel on this one, guys. So you grab your weight, right? So you guys can see me pretty perfectly here. So you don't absolutely wreck your... This is to protect your shoulders, guys. You always want to warm up your rotator cuff, guys. If you go do some bench press, I see people saying, oh, don't do these, guys. Don't do these, in the gym before you work out, guys. Don't do this. Because you need force coming this way. This force is actually pushing down, right? You're doing this. And I actually agree, guys. It is. I still do that. Everyone's like, if you do that, you're an idiot trainer. I don't recommend people to do it. I just do it just as a thing, and then I do whatever, guys. I do these. You want to grab a weight that's small, guys, and you want to put your knee up here. Make sure you're straight, everything is straight up, and then you want to slowly do this, guys. Like you're doing arm wrestling movement, like you're pinning someone arm wrestle, but you're not moving your whole body. You just want to hold straight up here, and rotator cuff. And you can actually feel it, guys. If you do, even if this is lightweight, guys, if you do 20 reps of this each side, bro, you're and I'm 240 pounds, guys. I bench all the time. My bench is like 220, 270, something like that, 300 pounds maybe. And I'm not like a super strong bencher, but I've done it for years and years. I can tell you guys, you'll wreck yourself if you don't train it properly. So always come down here and make sure you got that rotator cuff just popping, guys. Make sure you just get it popping because you don't want to pull anything, man. It's the worst pain, guys. Like you said, frozen shoulder, man. Let's keep it going.
Like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I got frozen. Like, I would literally get out of breath.
Yeah.
It was a weird thing because it didn't hurt enough to take your breath away, but there was something about
pain,
the nervy kind of pain of it.
That's what it's
that
called.
I was like,
oh,
it's the worst.
I know all about it.
I just did that stupid Irish fucking guy thing. I'm just going to fucking plow my way through it now.
Irish guy, baby.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do the testosterone thing. I'm worried. I think I watched Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde too many times. And I think whatever I have in me, I have too much of that works on a comedy stage but does not work in the rest of my life.
I'd recommend nobody take roids. I guarantee you guys you can get bigger on roids than you can using roids. Like you can get just as big, maybe like 20 pounds heavier and leaner, but you can get just as lean on roids as you can naturally. It's just you won't be as big. That's the only thing with roids,
Like, dude, I fucking cursed out a guy today at the fucking gas station, and he knew I was doing it. Because he had the audacity to get there first and park, and I go, you're going to do it, aren't you, you fucking motherfucker? You can see my mouth going, fucking. And he was just looking at me. He had his mask down like this. Then I got out. I had my mask on. I had the gloves on, the whole fucking thing. It was the first time I got gas during the pandemic.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah. My wife's got a fancy car, so it takes the good shit, and it was still like barely $3 a gallon.
Whoa.
What is
cheap.
has Neil
$3 a gallon? That when I went to America as in New York, it was $3.50 for a gallon. That's like €2 for 4 liters. Like, am I correct in that? €2. Yeah, €2 4 liters. Here, it's €2 per liter. Like, it's so Americans complain about petrol prices. It's just mind-boggling. It's so expensive here.
left much?
Crazy. We don't drive as much, though, obviously, but
Ryan left at all, huh?
No, not much. Like, we'll go on drives and stuff, and but like, you know, like every 2 to 3 days, I'm really trying to be like, you know, like, you know, I really got a lot out of that marathon story we just said, that like the fact that people came out, the guy with the guitar and the amp, it's like, that's the part of humanity that I try to focus on during all of this. Like, I want people to like kind of use this thing to like, as a way to come together, which is why I don't watch the news and I try to stay away from politics, because I don't want to listen to one more fucking idiot telling me that they don't like Trump.
Facts. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to any politics either, guys. It ruins you. Tell me.
Or that he mishandled the thing and yada yada yada. It's like, okay, but now the information's out there. Now we know what we need to do. Just do what they say. But the problem is this. You know, you got conspiracy theorists. You got people who handle stress. They get in their ego. Oh, dude, it's not that big a deal. You got young people behaving how I would have behaved. Like those kids at spring break. I just looked at it like that's not their fault. That's bad parenting, because they should be too scared to do that.
Yeah, I would have done that. I talked to my dad about it, and he goes, "This
was back in the pandemic, guys. Remember, like spring break happened, and they all flew to like Mexico or something like that, and there was a ton of students there."
He said, you know that would have been you, right? And I went, "No," and he goes, "No, yeah, it definitely would have been you." And
you would have gone on camera?
Oh, Bill, yeah.
If I went on camera, I would be my dad. Just his breathing before he laid into me would be enough of an ask. I not like my dad ever hit me or anything like that. Just like. I wouldn't want to deal with it, dude. I left my water over here. Hang on a second. Let me grab it. I'm back.
Yeah, I would definitely would have. I was not the person that saw. To this day, I was hiking in up at Fryman, where I usually go hiking, and there was this girl out doing news reports, and she was her and her cameraman and a sound guy. And they were just from the news. I was on TV for 9 years straight at Travel Channel. I have no interest on being on TV. I could not. It was like a fucking moth to a flame. I walked over to the camera. I said, "What are you guys shooting?" She goes, "We're doing an interview about sunglasses. Would you like to talk to me?" And I went, I actually love sunglasses. I'd love to talk to you. And I gave her.
Did you go up hoping she was going to recognize you? Like, no. Burr Kreischer from the Travel Channel.
No, I didn't even think that far through. I just walked over like, what do you guys?
That makes it even better.
Yeah, that's funny.
The fact that you love being on TV that much and you miss it, that you're going to be that guy in the because whenever I watch those local news thing, I'm like, who would fucking stop to talk about how much it's been raining? It's really been coming down. Our drains are filling up in the driveway. It's like, who the fuck has the time to do that?
Yeah.
Bro, I gave her the best interview she's ever had in her entire life. She asked one question. All she said was, so do you wear sunglasses a lot when you go outside? That's all she needed to give me. I moved myself out of dappled light because we were under a tree. I moved myself where the light was hitting my face so that you could see that I was wearing sunglasses. And then I answered, I grew up in Florida. I know about UV protection. I've been wearing sunglasses to a kid. I told her a funny story. When I was a kid, I used to squint a lot. And my dad's like, "What the fuck's wrong with this kid?" And they took me to an eye doctor. The eye doctor goes, "He's got blue eyes." I lift up my glasses, electric blue. Bill, I gave her such an interview. I talked straight for probably 8 minutes. And then I complimented the progressiveness that they had a black female camera person. And I was like, and then I walked off and went on a hike. They walked away like, who the fuck was that guy?
Yeah, that's so funny.
And then a month later, I start getting emails from fans in South Carolina. And they're like, "Hey, man, I'm watching the news. You're on the 5 o'clock news talking about sunglasses."
I would have blown it off. That's amazing. I am the exact opposite of that. As you can tell with my overhead. Who has overhead lighting when they got a bald head? This guy. It looked like I just got back from a workout.
Yeah, I am that guy to a T. To a T. And what's crazy is when I was on TV and people go, "What are you guys shooting?" I get annoyed. And then one day I realized I'm a hypocrite. Because if I see a camera or if I see them set up and they're a bunch of honey trucks or honey wagons, whatever they're called, or star coaches, lined up on a street and they're shooting at a house. I always want to know what it is. I always want to go, what are you guys shooting?
Me too.
Should I know you?
Me too. Absolute legend, you guys. That's Bill Burr on taking the old steroids. Don't hurt your shoulders, guys. Like I said, do those exercises like I showed you guys. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.